I'd like to call the meeting to order. Could I have a roll call, please?
Belsley.
Here.
Lunier. Dobb.
Here.
Hare. Herman.
Here.
Kaufman.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You're just trying to avoid workman's comp. I think that's all. There are no public hearings tonight, no presentations or special reports. Anyone in the audience like to make a public comment? Familiar face in the audience tonight. Would anyone like to withdraw anything from the consent agenda? We have the minutes of the April 4 meeting and the approval of the bills.
And a resolution.
And a resolution, 2915. If not, can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Second by Randy. Any discussion of these three items? If not, call it, please.
Belsley.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
I have one item. I'd like to reappoint Cheryl Newski to the Tourism Grant Committee for the period of January 1, 2016 to December 31, 2017. I think you all know Cheryl. She lived in Morton for 37 years, graduated from Morton High School, has been with CAT about 28 years. She is a member of the United Church of Christ here in Morton and a member of the Tourism Association, and it's because of that that I would like to reappoint her to the Tourism Grant Committee.
So moved, Your Honor.
Moved by Ginger, second by Randy. Any discussion? Call it, please.
Dobb.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Village Clerk,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Village Administrator,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Deputy Chief of Police.
I have a couple things tonight, Your Honor. First of all, just a reminder to the public that we are going to be participating in the Drug Take-Back Program Saturday, April 30th. Anybody who has prescription pills that they want to get rid of, they can do that at the Morton Police Department between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on that Saturday. The second thing is permission for the Relay for Life to use the streets for their life glow run, 5K walk run. This is an event that we have done the last couple of years. However, the route this year will be a little bit different due to the venue change for the Relay for Life. That'll be on April 30th, towards the evening, probably around 6 to 7 p.m., I believe.
Do we need a motion for this?
No, I don't think so.
I think the chief has authority to do that.
It's just
so-
informational.
Thank you.
One other thing that's not on the agenda is just a reminder, too, that Muscles on Main will be held this Saturday, April 23rd. It's going to be on Main Street between Jefferson and Madison, between about 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., so there will be some lane closure on that event. So just as a reminder to the public as well.
Same location.
Same location as the last few years, yes. And then
Any questions? They're being done. Corporate Counsel,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Fire and Emergency,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Public Works.
I have several items tonight, Your Honor. First, item A is ordinance number 15-21. This is an ordinance amending Title 9, Chapter 6, Section 2 of the Morton Municipal Code in reference to no parking. And this is basically about a 50-foot section of no parking around a new drive that was constructed by the Park District that goes towards the stage at Idlewood Park that they needed for events. It'll be closed, obviously to the public. And then also as a part of that, working with the Park District, with Joel and the chief, no parking along the south side of Idlewood from 4th Street to the east, approximately a quarter mile. We think this will definitely improve safety in that area. Idlewood's a collector street, and there are some safety concerns along that section.
So moved, Your Honor.
Second? Tom Dobb. Any discussion or questions on this?
The parking restriction on the south side from South 4th East, that basically stops just prior to those residences, correct?
Yes, there's the residence right there. We've spoken to him, or them. There's a fire hydrant right there, but we really didn't want to get into, restricting in front of the residential, but a quarter mile there should clean that up. At some point, Idlewood and Fourth has a lot of traffic. I mean, I would envision at some point in the future some more work to happen there as far as turn lane at Idlewood and Fourth, stuff like that. So this will kind of pave the way for that too. But it'll make it a lot safer during when the pool's open. Obviously, there's a lot of concern there. I think the Park District working with Joel that there is a parking lot that's half empty off of Greenwood that hopefully we see some use out of that during pool season too.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Call it, please.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Next item is item B. This is resolution number 30-15, a resolution authorizing professional fees for inspection of Detroit Avenue work with Millennia Professional Services. I will add that this basically replaces ordinance 25-15, which was about a month ago. IDOT required more detailed information, so I've attached the summary of those estimated costs.
So moved.
Second? Second by Tom. Discussion? Call it, please.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
I will add to that Detroit Avenue work, sent some things out today, e-alert. I think it's on the television now, but that is projected, to start Monday, April 25th, a little quicker than I anticipated. We had a pre-construction meeting Friday. So anticipate that work to come here in about a week. The biggest thing with that will be the closure of Detroit between Jefferson and Jackson. There will be detour signs for out of town traffic. Shouldn't be too bad, but be expecting that. And then the last item is item C, Public Works recap for the month of March is in the packets.
Any questions for Craig? There being none, planning and zoning.
I have several items tonight, Your Honor. The first is a waiver on the required masonry for the Jefferson building that's being constructed right now at the corner of Jefferson and Plum. I provided you with each drawing showing the different elevation views of that building and the percentage of masonry that each of those elevation views contain. And point out that they need 50% is the number that our ordinance requires. That's per side, per front, and they're kind of faced with it because our ordinance specifically says that where they front either city street or a public parking lot, they have to provide that. Well, they have streets on two fronts and parking on the other two. So what they've done, their front, as you can see, is 70%, and then each of the remaining, the rear and sides are each at 40. They have a total of 51% of all of the elevations are covered. They meet it total, but they don't meet it on the sides and the rear. And there was a little note provided, the developer provided to each of you. And then I would look to Trustee Belsley if you care to comment on that.
No, I would agree with everything Roger has said. It's, as the ordinance requires, 50% on the public-facing side. It's, a little tough on this particular location just because of the fact it's unique that it does have all four sides facing a public right-of-way or public street on that. So it makes it tough to meet the specifics of the ordinance, but that's why, again, the board, I guess, where the ordinance is written, the board has the discretion to consider a case-by-case and make that waiver upon that request if warranted. And I think, as you see from the drawings, we're still going to end up with a good portion of masonry on all four sides. Actually, and the spirit or intent of the ordinance, I think, is followed with an attractive building that we're going to end up with. A nice selection of materials, durable, long-lasting with the masonry material as intended. And so with that, I would make a motion to grant the waiver as
Second.
requested.
Second by Jeff. Any further discussion?
Your Honor, if I could just mention, the other material that is used on that building that's not masonry is cement siding. So it's a good product and looks good and is lasting. It's not vinyl siding or anything like that, so.
Great. Call the question, please.
Belsley,
Yes.
Dobb,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes,
Kaufman.
Yes.
The second item tonight I have pertains to Orchard Hills subdivision, Section 9, and it would be the annexation of 8.67 acres into the village of Morton.
So moved.
Can I have a second, please?
second.
Second by Ginger. Any discussion? Call it, please.
Dobb,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes,
Kaufman,
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
The last item I have is the preliminary and final plat, which is before each of you there for Orchard Hills, Section 9. And I would point out that Public Works Director Craig he's done a lot of work on this, so everything is approved. They're just awaiting the go-ahead from you folks to go forward here.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Motion by Jeff, second by? Second. Ginger? That was an affirmative nod.
I think somebody over there did it too, yeah.
Any discussion? Call it, please.
Herman,
Yes,
Kaufman,
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
That's all I have tonight, sir.
Thank you. Trustee Belsley.
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Trustee Dobb.
Nothing this evening?
Trustee Herman.
nothing tonight, Your Honor, thank you.
Trustee Kaufman.
Just a couple quick items. We do have the bulky item pickup May 2nd to May 6th on your normal garbage day throughout town. And remember, anything that can fit in a can or a box still needs an additional sticker. This is for bulky items only. And some of the materials here would be like doors, windows, mattresses, furniture, carpet, or wood that's bundled up in 5-foot lengths, construction material that's bundled. Now, there are some that are not acceptable, and that'd be like tires, paint, batteries, appliances. You can get appliances in e-waste, like your computers. You can drop them off at Grimm's office if you contact them. The hazardous waste, we have an annual hazardous waste for that. So this is for bulky pickup only during your normal garbage day, May 2nd to May 6th. And then a friendly reminder, the yard waste, spring yard waste is still open, April 9th to Sunday, April 24th. So it'll be open till 6 p.m. this Sunday evening, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's all I have.
Thank you. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second by Belsley. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.